I'm Sam Peterson, author of 2 books, Trunky, Transgender Junkie, and Sugar, A Memoir of Craving. I'm an old gay trans man with bad teeth who's still waiting on a partial from their dentist. And I love knives. And I'm not here to rate them or tell you what's new and up and coming. A lot of people do that on the interwebs and they do it really well. I'm here to queerly share my queer love of knives with you. Spyderco! Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. I was out on a work retreat this week, so part of me wants to make this video about racism. But instead, I'll talk about knives. But don't be racist. Being racist in 2023 is just ugly and stupid. But you know what's not racist? Knives. Knives are not racist. I have really wanted to like Spyderco knives since I started collecting. You know what? I don't think I like them. Knife Dope had suggested that I try the Paramilitary 3, to break in. I have the Tenacious and the Lil Native, which I like okay, but I don't love. So I got a pair of 3 from Stoney Mountain Knife Works for a great deal. Good for them, good pricing. And I don't like it. Maybe I don't get the unchamfered finger hole, the insistence on FRN, and terrible materials for their scales. It's so bad with Spyderco that they literally tell you when it's good. The Lil Native was advertised as having smooth G10. It seems to me you shouldn't have to say that. Also, anything with smooth in it makes me really uncomfortable, like smooth jazz. I don't like the compression lock very much either. I like that it keeps my fingers out of the blade path, plus, but I just can't get myself to enjoy it. And that's the thing, right? I have to enjoy the knife. The blade is good, and I think it would cut through some cardboard like a beast, but it's so uncomfortable and ugly. I think the LTK Rezult is an ugly knife, but it's so well made. Such great fit and finish, and that, what a blade. What a blade. Unlike people, if you're an ugly ass knife, you better bring something else to the table. And I don't feel Spyderco has done that. If you're an ugly person, I don't know what to tell you. Appearance is totally in the eye of the beholder. But if you're ugly on the inside, that eats your soul bit by bit by bit. I've been thinking about this a lot lately, keeping my interior clear, and I'm not talking about enemas. I'm really trying to speak honestly and truthfully and not fear the consequences of doing so. And it's not easy. I am naturally a people pleaser, and telling someone that they've hurt my feelings or they've said something ugly means fighting that inner smooth operator that wants to charm everybody, into liking him. See what I mean about smooth? Anyway, Spydercos. Spydercos. They do feel well made. But I feel like they just don't take care of the details, like making the edges of their scales chamfered, or that stupid hole. I hate that fucking hole. That hole can eat my butt. So it seems Spydercos are not pour moi. That's okay. I just really wanted to be on the bandwagon with all the cool kids. I wanted to be able to watch Knife Dope and Cedric and Ada and Seth V at Knife Center and be like, yeah, Spydercos, rule, rock, Spyderco. But I feel similarly about Benchmade, although I like their knives a little better. They just piss me off with their prices, you know what I mean? They just don't sing to me. It seems to me, if you're going to bother to design and build a knife, you should take great care in the small details. They're often what makes a knife. How many regular old black handle drop points do I own? They each have a unique trait, ease of carry, perfect weight, ergonomics, that make them worth that generic appearance. Like the now famous Moyoral. Here's a poorly named generic knife. It's cheap, but it manages to poke its tip above the crowd of black-handled drop or clip point knives by being so extremely thoughtful in its creation. It's chamfered, smooth, interestingly thick. It's a good $50 knife. Now, why couldn't the Para 3 feel like that? I could tell the Para 3 was well made. I could tell the materials were solid. But again, it had too many things to overcome. Like a strong, well-built person that doesn't brush their teeth. Another black handle knife that comes to mind is the MKM Suru. This was another knife that was disappointing out of the box. It too felt like that last step of sanding, the smoothing, the polishing had been forgotten. I like a lot of the Italian designs, but their quality I find varies wildly. Back to Spyderco. You know, on paper, I should love them. With their insistence on looking unlike everyone else while maintaining their own peculiar uniformity, they are inherently queer. That strange hole and hump, that pointy bird face, their determinedly low-end scales with unique and diverse blade steels. All of these things tell me that I should love them. But unfortunately, much like the queer community itself, I get bored by the self-reference, the internal policing of form and function and diversity. I long for something a little more polished. I guess that makes me gay. I love you. Have a great day. Go out there and slay, motherfuckers.